All right, for so many of us, this story, it just feels like coming home, right? But what if I told you that beyond all the spells and, the moving staircases, the first Harry Potter book is actually a really powerful and kind of dark story? So let's peel back some of those layers and look past the magic we all remember.
This quote from way back when it was first released, it just nails what we're talking about here. Right from the start, the book was sending a signal that, hey, this is something more. This is something that's going to get its hooks into grown-ups too.
And that's really the heart of it, isn't it? The story doesn't kick off with wonder and excitement. No, it starts with this deep, profound sense of loss and isolation. So today, we're going to dive into how this book uses the clash between two completely different worlds to explore some surprisingly deep stuff. Okay, so to really get where Harry is going, we've got to start with the world he was so desperate to leave behind. And believe me, it was a world of, well, gray, everyday cruelty. I mean, think about that image. It's so simple, but so powerful. The cupboard, it's not just a bedroom, is it? It's a symbol for his entire life up to that point. He's an afterthought, a secret. He's basically just clutter, something to be shoved away and forgotten. And when you look at the details, they're just gut-wrenching. He gets punished, but not for being bad, right? He's punished for being different. All that weird stuff happening around him, that was just his magic, trying to burst out. And the Dursleys, they just tried to crush it, to stamp it out with pure neglect. The kid's isolation was absolute. But here's the thing. You can't keep magic down forever. And this is the moment everything starts to change. This is where a whole new world starts, well, basically beating down the door of the old one. This whole sequence with the letters is brilliant, because it shows you that in this world, some things are just meant to be. And did you ever notice that the very first letter is addressed to his cupboard? It's like magic itself sees him. It sees his suffering. And the Dursleys' attempts to run away, it's almost funny, but it also shows you how terrified they are of anything they can't control. And then Hagrid arrives, and this is the rescue. It's not just about the news he brings. It's about this one simple act of kindness. A squashed chocolate cake. For Harry, that's probably the most meaningful gift he has ever gotten in his life. It's the very first hint that maybe, just maybe, there's another world out there that actually cares about him. You can just feel the anger in Hagrid's voice here. And it's so important because it's the kind of righteous anger that no one has ever felt for Harry before. Hagrid's shock, his absolute fury, it validates everything Harry has gone through. For the very first time in his life, someone is angry for him instead of at him. So, that brings us crashing into the second world of the story. And it's so much more than just an escape. It's about discovering what it actually feels like to belong somewhere. I mean, look at this. The contrast is just night and day. Everything that made him a freak at Private Drive is exactly what makes him special at Hogwarts. His entire reality just gets flipped completely on its head. And all of these moments, they're just an explosion of wonder, right? But if you really look at them, they're all about one thing: community. It's not just about buying a wand. It's about having Hagrid there to guide you. It's not just getting on a train. It's a family helping you find the way. It's sharing candy with a new friend. And then, finally, getting sorted into a house, into his new family. And this, Mrs. Weasley's comment, it just says everything, doesn't it? She doesn't see some weirdo or a problem. She just sees a lonely, polite kid. And her first instinct is to offer him warmth, to offer him empathy. This is the kind of emotional food he's been starved of his whole life. Okay, but this bright, shiny new world, it isn't perfect. It comes with its own deep, dark shadows. Because true evil isn't just about ignoring someone. It's an active, dangerous force that's out there hunting. Dumbledore says this with that classic twinkle in his eye, but make no mistake. The warning is deadly serious. This isn't just some school rule. It's him telling everyone, hey, even here, in what should be the safest place in the world for you, there is a mortal danger hiding just behind that door. So what's everyone after? The Philosopher's Stone. And what it offers is everything. Think about it. Endless money and you get to live forever. These are the two things that a truly selfish person would want more than anything else. It perfectly sets up the stakes and tells you everything you need to know about the villain's motivation. And the reveal of who's behind it all? It's genuinely terrifying. The real danger isn't some three-headed dog in a corridor. No, it's a literal piece of the trauma that started Harry's entire story. The very evil that murdered his parents is living under the same roof, attached to the back of his teacher's head. I mean, come on. And this line, right here, which is really Voldemort speaking through Quirrell, this is the core argument of the entire series. It basically says, good and evil don't exist. Morality is for the weak. The only thing that matters, the only thing that's real, is power.
So that brings us to the final showdown. And this is where the book delivers its ultimate answer to Voldemort's whole philosophy.
And how Harry wins is so important. He doesn't pull out some super powerful spell. He wins because he was loved. And then what happens? The ultimate symbol of power and immortality, the stone, is just destroyed. Willingly. The story flat out rejects the very thing the villain was after.
And here it is. This is the core message of the book, laid out for us right here. Love isn't just a feeling, it's a weapon. It's a shield. It's an ancient, powerful kind of magic that Voldemort, in his desperate search for power, is totally blind to. This is the real magic of the story. And this is Dumbledore's perfect counter-argument to Voldemort's #1 trait, his terror of death. Voldemort will do anything to avoid it, clinging to this cursed half-life. But Dumbledore, he presents this philosophy of acceptance, of wisdom, that shows a strength that is so much deeper, so much more profound.
And the story wraps up by rewarding all the things Voldemort would just call weaknesses. It's Ron's friendship, Hermione's brilliance, Harry's bravery, and maybe most importantly, Neville having the guts to stand up to his own friends. Those are the things that win the day. It's community beating selfishness, period. So, let's leave it with this question. What's the real magic in this story? Is it the spells and the floating candles? Or was the truest magic hiding in plain sight the whole time? In a mother's sacrifice, in a giant's simple kindness, and in the brand new loyalty between friends?